What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Bears Focus podcast. Back again for another episode with my boy Sterling joining me once again. We're going to recap free agency, talk about everything the Bears did in this first week, getting back to the season officially starting now, the start of the new league year. And then we're going to talk about a couple other teams and some things that they did that were pretty good and how they could have gotten better. Sterling, how you feeling today, my boy?
Oh, man, what a beautiful day it is. What a beautiful day it is, man. How you feeling, Gus?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. The Bears made some good moves. I like this most recent pickup that they got too. So, shoot, let's get right into it. Talking about that most recent pickup, we know they need some wide receivers still. So, two of the positions of need being running back and wide receiver. What do you see them doing to bolster up those positions?
Well, it looks like the Bears are truly trying to go for and continue the adage of going after the best player available in the draft. If the Bears continue to follow that mindset, it looks like they're gearing up to take a running back in this year's 2025 NFL draft. Now, I know many people don't know if Genty should be the guy. Well, I mean, look what he did at Boise State. He had a phenomenal season, but this running back class is deep for the draft. So the Bears don't necessarily have to take one there. But hey, if he's the best player available, go after it. Now, it does give them options again to either trade back. Bears fans may not want to hear that. The Bears may trade that number 10 spot and still end up with a top 20 pick, right? You know, Ryan Poles likes to do 2-for-1s. How could I blame him? If I go back a couple of slots and I'm able to still get 2 picks within the top 50, why not, right? If I don't have a top 5 pick in the draft, anybody really after 10 could be hit or miss, but hey, they're still a top 10 player. But hey, if I'm the Bears and I can get who I want on my big board at 18, 19, or even 20 or beyond, hey, I'm trading back. I'm going 2-for-1. I'm building out this team because it's going to take more than the players that we already have. We're going to have to continue to develop and bolster this team. So,
Interesting. So you see a trade back out of that 10 spot so that they can bolster up those positions as opposed to maybe taking Genty in that spot at 10 or, what's the kid from Carolina, Hampton, going after
yeah.
somebody like that. So
Well,
you don't see them picking up a running back early?
no, because the running back class is so deep. The Bears don't have to be pressured to take Genty. They could pass on him, which is very well why they could trade back and still end up getting the best player in the draft that works for their team, right? So there's the best player in the draft, and then there's the best player in the draft that works for the Chicago Bears. So however Poles and Ben Johnson want to go after that, that's what they're going to do. But hey, that's up to them.
All right, all right. I like that. I like that. I don't know if I like necessarily the trading back portion, but I definitely agree don't take a running back at that 10 spot, right? We do need to bolster up those positions, and I like what they did bringing in Zacchaeus. We already heard Ben Johnson and how he talks about, hey, you don't block, you're not going to play. Zacchaeus going to get out there, he going to block for some runs. He going to get out there and do some dirty work. He going to get out there, he going to run those underneath routes. He going to run some of those gadget plays that maybe they wanted Tyler Scott to be the guy for, but he just ended up not being that. So I like that move, and I do still think we need more. At that 10 spot, though, I still think go with offensive line or defensive line, whichever one is, their guy at that spot. That's what I think they should do. We got to keep building the trenches. We know that's been our weakest spot for years now, right? So we got to get that fixed. No matter who it is, whoever the best person is at that spot, take them. Don't move back thinking somebody's going to be there. It may not happen. So that's how I think about that. And then still on that wide receiver, though, we know Keenan Allen's still out there. Is he going to be back with the Bears? What should they bring him back?
He should be back with the Bears. I mean, all signs are pointing and leading to him rejoining the Bears, maybe on a 1-year, 2-year deal. I don't see a 3-year deal getting done, again, I think the Bears are trying to figure out what they can necessarily grab through this draft and then start those contract negotiations or continue those contract negotiations with Keenan Allen. I think it'd be suicide to the Bears to try to go after and sign him right now. If there was another contending team that wanted him, he would have the offer on the table. Maybe he does have the offer on the table, and he's just waiting to see what the Bears are going to do. And maybe the Bears have informed him, hey, we're going to build this team up through the draft the appropriate way, and we still want you, but we want to make sure we have enough money allocated to take care of you and do you right. But I think the wide receiver the Bears have on the roster, starting with DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, I got to figure out what we're going to do with Tyler Scott, right? Especially with Zacchaeus coming on. We only got 4 wide receivers. We needed 6, so we're looking to get 2 more. So, again, Keenan Allen fits the scheme. Him and Caleb Williams developed some great rapport over last season, especially coming on at the end of the season. For me personally, I can't lie. He had on the Green Grinch Kobe's, and he went bonkers. I mean, anytime you put on a pair of Kobe's, I mean, it's Mamba mentality all over all day. You really making a statement without saying a statement. So bring him back. I think Chicago fans liked him. We didn't like that he got injured, but he can't control injuries, and dealing with a heel injury, you can do nothing but let time and let that heal before it flares back up. But if he wants to come on the team-friendly deal, well, greatly have him back, and he'll definitely fit the scheme of what the Bears are trying to do.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I think they need to bring him back. He was a good veteran presence for the team, right? In that room, somebody that played really, actually pretty decent. He had 70 receptions, 120 targets. He played 15 games. He missed 2. Not bad. 7 touchdowns. I think he had a pretty good season for his first year in Chicago, a rookie quarterback. He played pretty well. His numbers is pretty good. I think we should bring him back. I don't think the Bears will draft a receiver early enough for them to compare to what Keenan Allen could do for us this season. So if they do get one in the draft, even if it's around like 4 or 5, right, still bring Keenan Allen back. Like you said, on that 1-2 year deal. Have him here. We got somebody for these young guys. We got a pretty young receiver room. I mean, outside of Zacchaeus and maybe DJ Moore. But I definitely think we should bring him back to add that familiarity, keep that going with Caleb Williams, with the rest of the offense.
Another thing we got to be mindful of is, hey, what type of wide receivers are the Bears going to have, right? We need physical wide receivers, right? That could be tall or short, right? Right now, the average height of the Bears wide receivers is about 6 feet, right? Keenan Allen pushes that a little bit beyond the measures. Rome Odunze pushes that beyond the measures, but really we need physical wide receivers that don't mind getting after it in the run blocking game, right? Again, as you mentioned, if you do not block, you do not play, right? So the Bears have to figure out what they're going to do there. Another name for the Bears that could be on the radar, DJ Clark, 6'3", former team Jacksonville Jaguars. He's a journeyman. He has top in NFL speed, 4.3. He could come on the team-friendly deal. We could still draft. Again, there's some good wide receivers out there, but again, physical, big enough to get open, block, can hopefully win out the blocks. These are the type of wide receiver the Bears need, right? And we also need our gadget guys, which we have DJ Moore, Zacchaeus, all of these guys. We got our route runner specialist, hopefully, fingers crossed, Keenan Allen. And then you got Rome Odunze, a go-getter, all right, on your head, dunk his ass. So we got to figure it out here with the Bears and what they're going to do. But it looks like physical. We are actually going to run the ball. Looks like most of the season, keep Caleb Williams out of trouble. And let teams know that, hey, if you're coming into the Soldier Field, be ready for war.
Yeah, that's facts. That's why they build in the trenches, how they building it. That's why they putting together that offensive line, how they putting them together. So with that, is it time for Swift to break out now? Last year or the season before with the Eagles, he made it to the Pro Bowl. Is it time for him to finally have that breakout season here in Chicago?
That's tough. We really can't say. Didn't Swift and Ben Johnson already weren't they together up in Detroit for a little bit. I mean,
They
you
were.
tell me. I wonder what happened there. What that relationship is like. What was Swift thinking when Ben Johnson came to the team, and what was Ben Johnson thinking about the running back room when he acquired this team? Right. So there's a lot to be speculated there. Is Swift due for a big breakout season? Can't say. What I can say is that he will likely have the chance to improve from what he did last year. And it doesn't get any worse for the Bears from where we were, right? Almost ranked bottom last and everything, especially in explosive plays. I think Swift will definitely help us improve our ranking from 32nd in the NFL for explosive plays. He can definitely help that. But I think, again, Ben Johnson is going to look for his type of running back through the draft, right? Again, if you can get somebody with top end speed, physical, that can run out of the backfield, but also get those chunk yard plays. It seems like the NFL is going to these small, not really so small miniature backs that can kind of do everything out the backfield, but will still run in between the tackles. So I'm not talking about your Raheem Moore, whatever his name is, running back Mustard. I'm talking about Mustard. Okay, I'm talking about a running back like Jamar Gibbs. I'm talking about a running back like J.K. Dobbins, right? These are the type of running backs, physical, catching the ball out the backfield, but can do more for your team. The Bears are going after.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that at all. I think that they definitely do need a physical downhill runner. And Swift is not that. He's a quick switch guy that's going to try and get quick upfield. And he wasn't very successful with that last season. Now, the Bears had a terrible offensive line, obviously. But he was kind of explosive plays. He had 10 plus yards, right? And that's not good enough. Be honest, that's not good enough. We need better than that. So I don't think that he has a breakout season. I mean, what would even a breakout season be for him? 1,500 yards, 10 touchdowns.
That's a good question. I think if he gets over 1,200 yards and produces more than 8 touchdowns, I mean, he had a phenomenal season in the Bears uniform. I mean, because the man got more bounce than an ounce. I mean, Swift is shifty in that backfield, and if he can have a Philadelphia's Eagles season, like just run back that season he had with Philly, where he was bing, 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 bing,
But
bing, the backfield.
Even that Philly season, I don't even see. It wasn't that much better than the Bears season, numbers wise, right? His yards per attempt were better, but that's really it. To be honest, yards, he had with Philly 1049, with the Bears 959, so 90 more yards with the Eagles, 6 and 6 rushing touchdowns. 1 receiving touchdown with the Eagles, none with the Bears. No, 3, I'm sorry. Oh, no, 1. 214 receiving yards with the Eagles, 386 with the Bears.
So then basically you're saying we know what Swift is going to do. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. What's the breakout? It got to be like 1,500 yards. It can't be 1,200. 1,200 is not a breakout, I don't think.
Well, I mean, Swift may not be on the team too much longer than, I mean, if the way it's gearing, he may get 2 running backs that he likes, right? Because again, when you come and you live and you want to be a Bear, you got to be able to run the ball. I mean, it's going to get cold here. You're going to have some adverse weather. We don't have a dome. We play outside. I mean, so the rain, the snow, the wind, sometimes even the heat will get you. So you got to be prepared and be ready to play all types of styles of football, mainly running the ball, because that's going to be our bread and butter. And not only keeping Caleb Williams safe, but also protecting the football and using time of possession to our advantage.
I know for a fact that they will be getting one of these 2 Ohio State running backs. Which one is going to be? Obviously, who knows? Anybody's preference. it really don't matter. I don't think you lose getting either one of them. I think you get something different with both, but I think both will be really good running backs. And I think the Bears will 100% pick up one of the two. Henderson preferably, but we'll see how that goes. Now, moving into this next one here, man, Ben Johnson. We saw when they were having a little presser, he was talking about how camp and the springtime is not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be hard. You're supposed to be out there working your ass off.
100%.
So, how hard will it actually be?
Oh, man. I'm not going to say it's going to be like writing a dissertation or anything, but this might be the toughest camp that the Bears had since like Dicker days, like championship days. I mean, you think about the nuances of coaches that we have had come in. We had Mark Trestman. I'm not respecting Mark Trestman. I'm just not. He looks like, I'm just not. It's just not Gardner. Matt Eberflus, yeah, I mean, defensive principles, we understand it. We got it.
He had a cool haircut. Bro.
And grew the beard out. I mean, come on. Like, what? And, I mean, Lovie Smith was the last true leader of man. We had John Fox try to come in.
John Fox was good for a little while.
And he did. The players bought in, but then, he kind of got beside himself well, not him got beside himself. The Bears organization led him to get beside himself, and that led to a tumultuous season. Again, this is going to be the hardest training camp that the Bears probably ever had. I mean, if you don't like to work, you don't like to get better, I wouldn't come to work. I mean, you got to think about who the Bears have as their running back coach. What's that guy's name again?
I think that would be one Eric Bieniemy, a guy that players continuously say is a pusher. He will push you to your limits.
So Bears having a coach like that and Ben Johnson already saying, hey, not only is this game going to be physically imposing this camp, but it's going to be just as mentally imposing as well, too. I mean, how could you not like that, especially with Bears players saying last season, hey, we want to be coached harder. We want to learn more. We want to be pushed. Eric is not going to take any plays off. Ben is not going to let these players take plays off. They're going to be exhausted at the end of camp, right? Because that's what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be exhausted and get yourself physically ready, scar tissue already built in to go game one in the season, right? All those bumps and bruises, by the time the Bears finish camp, we should be week 3 in the season. Like, that's how the body should be feeling. That's how the players should be feeling. That's how in shape they should be. And again, if you don't want to play good football, you don't want to learn, and if you don't want to win a certain way, again, the mental attitude and the disposition is going to be, don't come to the Bears. This is the culture we now have, right? We were a laughing stock last season. We lost 4 or more games within the final quarter. After either Caleb Williams has brought us back or put us in position to win off of stupid plays. We're not losing those games this upcoming season. So you can count additional 4, 5 wins there, maybe. But then you got to think about how many wins is coaching going to get? How many coaching losses did we have last season? How many mental errors did we have last season from the players? That will not be tolerated this season. And when we win, and we know why we win. And then we'll be able to repeat that formula and success. So it's going to be on the Bears to really put this thing together and figure it out.
Think about where Ben Johnson is coming from, right? He's coming from a guy that was, the head coach in Detroit, Dan Campbell. He's talking about biting off kneecaps. He said, we're going to work so hard that we're going to lose ourselves out here. This guy worked that team so much, and it may have been to their detriment, right? The whole team was hurt. But, hey, that team loves him, and they're going to go to war for him. And I think that Ben Johnson is going to bring that tenacity. He's going to bring that hard-working mentality, that hard-hat lunch pail attitude to the Bears. And we're going to have some work put in this summer. I don't think at all we're going to have players talking about, yo, coach us harder, Uh, you know, really, we're not going to have that. That's even a crazy thing that players have to say that. That's insane. But even with that, that's kind of that's a real indictment on the previous coaching staff.
100% indictment. I mean, take him to jail right now, man. What again? The Shane Waldron stuff really just gets under my skin. Makes the crack of my ass itch a little bit. Because how could you come in, you win that offensive coordinator job, we have all of this hype around you coming in, and then reports come out that you were unwilling to teach and coach Caleb Williams. You couldn't get the scheme together and deliver it effectively to the team. Now, whether that's true or not, hey, I don't have enough inside information. But if enough people are saying it, it's a little fire there. And where's there's fires, there are embers.
And that's facts. But we saw what JSN said, Jackson Smith and Jake Buck, when they asked at last year's draft about Shane Waldron coming in to be the OC here. He was like, yeah, good luck. So we should have taken that, and we should have really we should have looked into that more. Like, 100%. All right, what is, why is he wishing us good luck here? He should be saying, man, I wish he was staying here with us. We don't want him to go. But he said good luck. So, man, hopefully, and I don't think we will, we don't have another coach like that on our team ever again that just is not here to put in the work. We got guys now that's going to push this team to be the best, and we need that.
100% we need that.
Now, going a little deeper, man, and we saw that they made a real big investment on the trenches, right? Bringing in Joe Thuney, bringing in Jonah Jackson, signing Dalman, bringing in Dio Dingbo on the defensive side, bringing in Grady Jarrett, all right, from the Falcons, which was a great pickup. Is our team now in the trenches just a bunch of names, or do we have some real players that's going to affect the game?
This one is tough, man. Because now you're asking me to taper my excitement right here.
Oh, not at all. Stay excited.
You kind of are, right? We get a 26-year-old, right? A 26-year-old Drew Dalman, right? Elite at his position, top 5, maybe, right? Who am I to say? Who am I not to say? I think that was the best move the Bears could have made, and tells the people, hey, we are in on protecting Caleb Williams, but also in on fixing the error of our ways from previous years. Us being able to have Drew Dalman. That might be the best Bear center in history. And he hasn't even played a game yet.
The best?
I didn't stutter. The best Bears in history. And this may be, better than Coleman Shelton. Hey,
of course.
Name me the Bear center. You just give me 3 Bear centers from previous years. Go ahead. I'll wait.
Give you 3?
3, yeah. Just off the top of your head. Just give me 3.
Just give you 3. Yeah. I can't give you 3 that I would say
I know you can't.
Are better than Dalman. Giving it to him right away, I don't know, man. I can't give it to him right away now. All right, I can't give it to him right away. We got to see what he does out there once he gets on the field. He could get out there game 1, and we could be dealing with an Aaron Rodgers guy. All right, he could get hurt day 1 and be out of there. I'm not saying like acting like Aaron Rodgers or anything like that. I'm talking about the injury, missing the whole season, and now we got to wait another year to see him. Obviously, knock on wood, hopefully that doesn't happen. But we got to wait, all right? Stay excited for the prospect, but we can't name him. We can't just crown him the king of the O-line before he's even played.
No, the king of the O-line is Joe Thuney. All right, that's the king of the O-line. That's what I'm crowning, the king of the O-line. But next up, Mr. Dalman, your table is ready. So seated for 2. Your reservations made. this is the best Bears center that we ever had. And this is what I'm talking about. This is why Bears fans have the right to be excited this year, because we're doing things we've never done before, right? We got a top 5 center, and we're literally acting like we don't. When I say literally, I mean not literally, but we need to be more excited, and we need to bring more attention to this, because this is something that we never had going into a season, right? We literally have somebody that can call out blitz coming from this way, check protection, take some of the mental pressure off of playing the quarterback position, that can open up Caleb Williams to be more freelancing and make those more explosive plays, or make the consistent play that he couldn't get to last season, because he was mentally processing so much and then worrying about everything as the play was going on as well too. That's another underrated aspect of signing a center like Dalman. He alleviates some of that pressure, not only off of Caleb Williams playing the quarterback position, but he helps navigate and get protection right for the line, which should help the Bears. But is this trenches going to hold up? That's to be determined, but it's built.
I mean, I'm not putting as much faith in Dalman as you are, just because he's not as elite of a pass blocker as he is a run blocker. So he's going to be great out there on the run, making space for whatever rookie we bring in, making space for Swift to get to where they need to go. In pass blocking, he's probably going to be average, which is still, and this is just such a low bar.
Say it, Gus.
It's still above Coleman Shelton. It's still above where we were, but it's definitely an improvement. All right. He's a top 5 center in the games that he played last season. He played 9 games. He's a top 5 center. So bringing in a guy that is still young, 26 years old, he's only going to get better. He's got at least another 10 years ahead of him. I think this was a great signing. And supposedly he came to Chicago turning down more money from other teams.
Yeah.
So he wanted to come play for Ben Johnson. He wanted to come be in Chicago and put that work in. And we 100%. Love to see it. 100%. Give me a Drew Dalman jersey, man. Give me a Drew Dalman jersey.
That's not the jersey I thought you would want to have going into the Bears season, but hey, I'll take it. Hey, another thing on Drew Dalman, is he one of those little miniature guys? He's like a little compact little, like, is he a Will Campbell? Is he a Will Campbell? I mean, I don't know.
What's the measurables? I'm not really sure.
Hey, if this was the Dallas Cowboys, that have some real true measurables, but I don't know what the Bears have on file, dog. I don't know.
That's wild. Let's see what we got here.
Because again, when I think about this trenches and I think about what's going on with the Chicago Bears and how they revamped theirs, you got to think about what other teams in the division have already done.
6'3", 304.
6'3", 304.
I didn't see arm length. Didn't look that up. But,
we don't need that. All right. Easy.
That's the whole thing with Will Campbell. But they got big dudes, big stock dudes in there that's going to take up space and it's going to hold some people back. And we're going to need that. All right. We going to need that. The division is tougher than ever. So we definitely need that. And I'm glad they got them.
Tougher than a stay-on wig with super glue.
Man. So last week, based on all these signings, right? Ryan Poles, man, called him a trench baby because that's where he went. He went in them trenches and he got some work done. All right. So now talking about the Bears and the trenches, who's the real trench baby on the team, man? Show somebody out for me. Who we got?
All right. I mean, well, the most notable trench baby that Bears fans may recognize as us getting over is Grady Jarrett. He talks. He has that style, and then he's physical on the field, right?
Yes,
he's getting off his blocks. He's tossing people. I mean, he's talking that trash. I think most Bears fans will appreciate exactly what he said to Caleb. What's the Packers quarterback?
Talking about Jordan Love over there. He told that boy, pipe down.
Pipe down what? All right. All right. So therefore, he automatically has Bears hearts in his hands right now. And as long as he produces, and if he produces and continues to talk that mess, that's going to do nothing but bolster the Bears defense. But that's just the one you would think to highlight. I mean, I think the real Trench baby, again, I got to go. It's going to be Joe Thuney. I mean, it's proven. It's championships. It's him. It's availability. And it's games played. He is the true Trench baby on both sides. Like, he is elevating not only his side of the football, but he's elevating the other side of the football as well, too. So Joe Thuney will be my true Trench baby of the Chicago Bears, with a notable shout out to Grady Jarrett. But Joe Thuney is the guy and should be the guy bearing no injury for the Bears going forward.
I like that. I like Joe Thuney. I like Jonah Jackson too, and Andrew Dalman. Even Odingbo and Sweat and Pickens, all these guys, we got guys in the trenches now. But you said it, and you had it right the first time, dog. It's Grady Jarrett. All right. We got a guy that's going to go in and put in work in the middle. All right. He's going to put pressure on the quarterback almost immediately. And he's going to elevate our defensive line to a place that we haven't seen since we had Khalil Mack. And
whoa, that's a lot of pressure. Do you know what Khalil Mack did in that season?
Khalil Mack was putting in work. All right. Khalil Mack was putting in work. All right, who else we had? Robert Quinn was close to getting 20 sacks. Like, this is probably the best Bears defensive line. It is the best Bears defensive line in 5 years? If that, probably more. So right now, it's 100% Grady Jarrett. It's on him to really lead this team, and he's going to be the leader on that defensive line. I know we got Billings there, we got Sweat, but he's going to be the vocal leader on the defensive line. He's going to be the guy that rallies the troops. He's going to be the guy that really has them going to work and driving to get to that quarterback. So I'm excited to see what they do. I really can't wait until camp gets here so that they can start putting in work. We can start seeing how they set them up, the different formations they use with the defensive line. I'm really excited for it, and I'm really looking forward to it, man.
You're putting a lot of pressure on this Bears defensive line. They're saying, hey, this is going to be the best since 2018.
I think so. You're right. It is a lot of pressure because that means a big leap from Sweat, a really big leap. It means most likely a big leap for Odingbo coming there. We'll see how that goes. And then we're going to need Grady Jarrett to just be himself. Just do what you always did. Go in there and put in work.
But
Ron Dexter even going to take a jump.
But we're also saying all of this stuff, bearing no setbacks, right?
Obviously.
I mean, your plan A is your plan A, but some people don't make plan Bs, but some people take them. So it's available out there. So you always want to be prepared for what comes next. So the Bears have to know, hey, are they going to go to the younger generation? Those guys that's been on the teams, the Hardys, the guy that we drafted last year, that's super explosive coming off the D-edge. Is he ready to take? Is Austin Booker ready to take a leap? Is he going to be the underrated piece to this Dennis Allen defense? Because remember, it's exotic. You don't know who's coming and when. You just know they're coming, right? So this could be middle linebacker. This could be cornerback. This could be defensive ends. This could be D tackles dropping back and getting picks. He is exotic. He will do whatever it takes to confuse and bring pressure and chaos to the quarterback. This is why people like Dennis Allen, and this is why some players like Dennis Allen. I remember, was Dennis Allen the head coach when the Saints were getting looked at for Bountygate? Was that Dennis Allen? I mean, I'm talking about on the defensive side of the ball. He may have been the head coach, but was he?
No, that was Greg Williams was the defensive head coach.
I mean, the Saints were knocking heads off shoulders like they were the Seattle Seahawks. So
but he might have been on the team. He might have been on the staff. I'm not.
All right. I'm just letting you know. I'm not denying nor implying the Bears are going to bring over some of that tenacity, but this is a city where the monsters of the Midway should live, right? And I'm not talking about the one in the Looney Tunes. I'm talking about the ones on the Soldier Field, football field. So bear down. Trenches are in a good spot, but we got to see how this scheme is going to work for the Chicago Bears team.
I think it's going to work real good for them. I think it will. We got the defensive backs. All right. Hopefully Brisker comes back healthy and can give us a full season. But we got the defensive backs. We got the line now. I think that the team is set for a breakout season. Okay. Now talking about that, them having a breakout season, where do you rank the Bears in the NFC North?
Right now, with all of my excitement and everything, I rank the Bears. Honestly, I rank the Bears second in the NFC. I mean, I would have said one, but I don't want to be disrespectful. I don't want to be disrespectful. But then you know what?
Whoa.
I'm very disrespectful. The Bears are probably going to be one by the time we put stuff to tape. But I'm anticipating learning curve. We got all of these hard coaches. We got all of these new exotic schemes. I know we got all of these intelligent players, but it takes time, right? It takes time. So Bears are ranked second. They should have a 3 to 4 game win improvement from last season and no mental error.
Second is crazy. Second is really crazy. Now, I don't know. I can't. I'm not putting them in second, but I'm not putting them in last. I think third is pretty good improvement as for a spot for them. As long as they win those couple games, 4, 5 more games, second place is feasible. Obviously, that depends on what are the Vikings going to do. Are they going to still be a 15-win team or a 14-win team? Are the Lions going to be back to winning 15 games again? Because I can definitely see the Bears winning at least in the double digits. I don't know if they get to that 12, 13, 14, 15 range, but 10 wins sounds doable, sounds respectable. Right?
Somebody in the division has to take a regression, right?
Exactly. And that's why I said, I don't know what the Vikings going to do or the Lions. No idea. One of them are coming down.
What the Packers are gonna do too. Like one of these teams are gonna take a regression, if not all three. The Bears are trending upward. It doesn't get any worse than where we were last season, right? Bottom of the division. So we know what it is, what it's like. So we're getting it out the mud. We're getting it out the trenches, and we're trending upward. You have to think that I'm gonna be honest, the Detroit Lions is not it. To be honest, I know you guys had a good season. I know everybody was on the Detroit Lions train, and I know y'all talked about, Coffee, Will Campbell, and Lions, and all of that. Yeah, have this season, enjoy it, bask in it, but it's gonna be hard to replicate. Sorry, Lions. Vikings, yeah, building up the trenches, good job. Yeah, but Sam Darnold's not there anymore. And you don't know what J.J. McCarthy is going to do, although he's had a season to sit and learn, but he hasn't put anything on tape. And let's hope his knee is ready to rock and roll. So, and then there's the Packers. And you know how we feel about the Packers here at James Focus Pies. Yeah, 100%. Packer fans, they can suck it. And I'm talking about a hot dog without the bun. Because they're going to take a regression too. And I see Lions 3 less wins. I see Vikings about 3 less wins, and I see the Packers about 2 to 3 less wins as well too. That's about 8 wins on the board the Bears could make up in that division and end up either being 1 or 2, but definitely trending towards a playoff spot.
All right, hey, I hope that you're right. I hope they make it to the playoffs. That'll be awesome. I don't expect them to make it to the playoffs this season. I can't put that much faith in the team yet. I got to see how things work out. One in the draft, who else they bring in, because like we said earlier, we still got pieces that they need. Running back, receiver, still even some younger pieces on the trenches. So definitely got to see what happens there before I can say playoffs. But an improvement, 100%. 100%. So now that we talked about these Bears and everything that they've done in free agency and what we expect for them, let's finish off with just talking about the rest of the league. Give me your 3 teams that should have done more in free agency to improve.
3 teams. Miami Dolphins, they're 1. I mean, I don't know what they're doing at Miami. I mean, I really feel sorry about Miami right now.
Is Tyreek Hill going to stay in Miami?
Not the whole season.
You don't think
Miami, no. Miami Dolphins, San Francisco 49ers. They let go of, they just had a wholesale. Is Kittle going to remain happy? To be determined.
He's the only guy. Well, I mean, what, Juwan Jennings and Ayuk?
Dream scenario, Kittle gets traded to the Chicago Bears for a 2nd round pick.
I don't think that's the dream scenario. I wouldn't be mad at it, but I think we got that in Cole Kmet already.
Cole Kmet is a guy, but if I can have Kittle, give me the Kittle. All right, pause. The next thing,
pause that one.
Yeah, Kittles and bits head. Okay. The last team I'm gonna go with is 49ers, Dolphins. I'm gonna say the Chiefs. Yeah, I mean, you went to the Super Bowl, you lost. Now what are you doing to bring that back together? Like, what are you gonna go Travis Kelce? It looks like he needs to get his juice back. We don't know if that's it. We don't know. Hey, black don't crack, right? I mean, I understand.
Swifties sucked the life out of him, dog. As soon as she came in, his juice was out of there.
That's none of my business. That's none of my business. You know what I'm saying? So
no take to say the Swift.
So the Swifties don't come look at this and think anything else. But I mean, is that the plan going into next season, that you're gonna try to rectify Mahomes and Kelce being the number 1 duel? They still need a guy, right? That can. I know Worthy came on pretty strong. I know Rashee Rice is going to be back for that team. But are these guys going to be ready to play? Because they're going to have a long fight ahead of them, and teams are more adequately prepared to defeat them more than ever before. So I think they should have done more as well too. So those would be my 3 teams. What about you?
I like that. Mine is the Packers. Obviously FGB, but I got to keep it real with them. With the moves that the Bears made, the moves that the Vikings made, and what the Lions will be coming back healthy, they didn't do enough to hold position. So that's why I said earlier, I can't put the Bears necessarily second, but I'm damn sure putting them over Green Bay. I think Green Bay is going to be last in the division this season. They didn't do enough in the offseason to improve their team. The Texans, trading Laramie Tunsil was an insane move to me.
Why?
CJ Stroud was getting beat up last season.
100%.
So trading away a tackle is insane.
An elite tackle, right?
Is insane.
It goes Trent Williams. I mean, you can debate. It goes Trent Williams, Laramie Tunsil, Armstead.
Armstead, is he retiring? Is he still going to be there?
Who knows
with that?
Who knows? That's what I'm saying. The Dolphins really are in a really messed up position. Tua may retire.
Damn. I mean, that might be the best move for him without them concussions. Like
100%.
That might be just the safest move.
Health as well.
Yeah. But yeah, that threw me off with the Texans. Your quarterback already getting beat up, then you trade your best tackle, I guess. Maybe they think they're gonna get something in the draft and replace them, but whatever. But maybe it's because the team is getting expensive, right? They're gonna have to pay Will Anderson. They're gonna have to pay Stroud, and they about to get big money. So maybe that was a part of it. And then my last team, the Cowboys, man. The Cowboys, I know Dak was hurt. They had some injuries, but they still didn't do enough.
Who's
They
the
still didn't
starting
do enough.
running back for the Cowboys?
I don't know who is it gonna be. I saw they signed they signed somebody, but I don't think it's anybody that's gonna make a difference.
I
Uh,
mean, the
let's
Cow
see.
the Cowboys haven't done anything this season but hire Matt Eberflus, which
They
hit
signed Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders.
hit.
Not bad, not bad, but that doesn't make it's better
Hey,
than last season. I'll say
J-
it is better than last
Javante
season, but
Javante Williams is a great running back, right? He's kind of
I wouldn't
underrated,
say great.
but he's a physical running back that can hit the hole and also catch out of the backfield. He's like a lesser David Montgomery, but has potential. You get what I'm saying? His tape is pretty okay. We'll see how the running backs utilize him. Probably run him into the ground,
Of course.
and then he's gonna get injured. I think the Cowboys are all about headlines, not necessarily winning games these days.
Yep.
So Dak Prescott is going to come back at some point. And when he comes
Mhm.
back, he's going to come back to Stephon Diggs and the Diggs brothers on the Cowboys on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. It's going to be digging in Dallas, and they're going to be digging for gold, right? So I'm telling you, the Diggs brothers.
Why would they have went Stephon Diggs over Cooper Cup?
Cooper Kupp has signed with the Seattle Seahawks.
I know, I saw that, but if you're gonna give a big money contract to another receiver, are you going Stephon Diggs over Cooper Cup? I'm
This is
not.
not a. This is not about
I'm
me.
not.
This is not about me.
But like you said, Cowboys are headlines now, and that's a cool headline, right?
And first off, hold on, we're not gonna disrespect Stephon Diggs like that. This man not only has put in work on the field, but he's definitely putting in work outside the field too. He's respected by all of his peers. Okay, so hey,
That's
hey,
cool. That's cool.
hey,
That's cool. But in Dallas, let's see
fits
what he
right
does. I
in.
don't think he's actually gonna go to Dallas. I don't think they're gonna pay him.
Fits right in.
One, I don't think they're gonna pay him what he's worth.
1 year, 13, $14
I don't
million
see that
deal.
happening. I don't see that happening. You let me know when Dallas has done that. When's the last time that they went over 6 million this year with Dante Fowler? They gave him 8.
Who the heck is that?
A defensive end. You don't even know that he was with the Commanders last season.
Okay. I can see him.
So that's a decent move. That was obviously to replace DeMarcus Lawrence,
Yeah.
but they're not gonna sign him to anything. I think more than 10 million. And is he gonna take a discount to go play in Dallas with his brother? Why? Now, I mean, obviously, we got to see how the market shakes out for him. Is he going to go to Kansas City? Is he going to go to Baltimore? I think there's some places out there that would be very, very interesting to see the Stephon Diggs play in, where he could actually make an impact on the team.
Kansas City is the dark horse. But Dallas, Kansas City, and then there's probably a sleeper team out there somewhere, which I don't know, maybe Houston returning back to Houston.
The Raiders with Pete Carroll. They need them some more receivers down there. They got Geno Smith now. So that could be one. But going on, now give me the 3 teams, excluding the Bears, because we already know we'll both add them on that. They did the best this offseason.
Commanders won.
Commanders? Okay.
Yeah, they're number 1. LA Chargers 2. And then after Commanders, LA Chargers, I'm going to take a look at the Denver Broncos. All 3 of these teams have added hellacious pieces to the defensive side of football. I'm very interested to see that Broncos defense next season. That is going to be a fierce, competitive.
They're going to be nasty.
They're going to look like they're flying to the football, like scarce space when you play the Denver Broncos. Everybody is athletic, everybody's fast, and everybody can hit. And then they got the defensive MVP on their team as well too. So those would be my 3 teams right there: Broncos, Commanders.
All right.
Those are my teams.
All right. So on 2 of those, we agree.
And Chargers.
Right. I agree with you on the Chargers.
Of
I
course.
like everything that they did with their team this offseason. All right. Bringing in Mekhi Becton on that line, bringing in Najee Harris at that running back spot, giving them some stability there because their running back room has been just unhealthy. So
Yeah.
I
I
really
think,
like that move.
and that's the reason why they did it, because I don't know if they could take another
They can't.
season with J.K. Dobbins getting
Yeah.
injured and coming back with all his
Yeah.
injury
You,
history.
you just can't do it. The Broncos, too. You know me. I love defense. And
Do
that
you?
defense is going to be nasty.
Can I
All
ask you a
right.
question?
Ask me a question, dog.
Is the Broncos defense better than the Bears defense presently constructed?
Of
Yes or no?
course.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I don't even hate to say it. I really wish the Bears had a defense like that, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I like Jalen Johnson on the team. I think he's a really good piece. Um, I like what we have at defensive end, even though I think we could be better. But I don't think we're better at any specific spot than that Broncos defense, to be honest. So I got to go with them. Um, but the only team that we differed on, I had the Vikings. I
Uh,
think that the Vikings had a great offseason in what they did. Now that they didn't pay Sam Darnold, they're gonna bring in JJ McCarthy to be the guy. He's on a rookie contract. They went out there and they did similar to the Bears. They solidified their trenches. All right. They brought in a new center in Ryan Kelly. They brought in a guard in Will Fries. They brought back Byron Murphy. They brought in Jonathan Allen, Javon Hargrave. Bringing those two guys in, having them on the field, going at the quarterback, they run that 3-4 defense. So their defensive line is going to put crazy pressure on quarterbacks. And then you
100%.
still got Greenard and Van Ginkel coming off the edges. That defense is going to be scary, bro. I'm not going to lie. I really am looking forward to that Vikings defense. Bro, they're playing fast. We know what Flores does. He's blitzing, blitzing, blitzing. He is coming after you.
Yeah, and also the player too, like Pace Jr. on that Vikings defense.
The linebacker.
Yeah,
Come on
he
now.
is hellacious as well too. He flies around and plays big time football.
That's going to be a squad. That's going to be another defensive squad that I'm really looking forward to, man. So we got some teams that did some big things. Obviously, the Bears. We know they on the list. We talked about them a lot. They did really great this season. But those are the three that I think also did good, man. So that's it for today. Appreciate you being here with me. Appreciate everybody that listened in. If you enjoyed the content today, man, leave a like for us. Leave a comment. Subscribe so that you get all the videos that we drop weekly. See you guys next time.
And of course, all things Bears Focus podcast, bear down.